Hey Aquarius, welcome to your November 2020 reading, and welcome to Scorpio season. How are you? Oh, the fixed signs are low-key living for this fixed water energy. I know as a Scorpio I am, but then again, I may be biased. First card out, the High Priestess. I don't know why I had to think about that for a second. And then Seven of Wands. Alright, I feel like Aquarius, you've been minding your own business coming into November. You've been minding your business while some people have been wanting you to kind of engage. And I feel like that's pissing people off. Man. Ace of Swords. Yeah, I feel Knight of Cups. Oh my goodness. Okay, the cards are very sporadic with your guys' energy today. Okay. So, Three of Swords. Okay. The Emperor in reverse. A lot all came out. Okay, let's talk about that first before we shuffle anymore. So, the High Priestess. I feel like the Taurus full moon that ended October was a really intense one, and one that sent you guys into a state of minding your own business anyways, just because of the collective energy and what the moon required of us. And through this, I feel like the full moon, adversely for some other people, made them want to come even more into the moonlight and display their actions. I feel like certain people entering November have been wanting to get a rise out of you and wanting to get certain reactions out of you. And when they are met with that High Priestess, stone cold, like, you can't even get through type energy, it makes them even more aggressive. The Ace of Swords, I think, is the ultimate like Aquarian, like, ice out card. I feel like the sharpest cut that you guys can make this month is just simply disengaging with the people that don't know how to approach you the right way and that are clearly trying to stir up a emotional imbalance within you when it's so obvious that you have put yourself in this High Priestess space for a reason. I think when you realize that people are stepping over your boundaries, even though they're pretty clear cut, the best thing to do is enforce your boundaries. Enforce those lines that you set for yourself without even having to announce it. If somebody crosses over your boundary, it doesn't always need to be a conversation of, oh, you really disrespected my boundary. That's cute the first time. The fourth time, the fifth time, the 10th time, though, you could talk until you're blue in the face. People aren't going to get it because they're overstepping. Ice them out. Stay in your High Priestess space. The people that are meant for you and the people that truly love you will be there waiting for you at the end. The people that truly love you will come forward and offer clarity to you as to where they truly stand. But this is very much a month of letting the cards fall where they're supposed to without any interference from you. because it's time for you. The Ace of Swords is a card of clarity. It's time for you to clearly see exactly where the lines are in other people's heads by seeing where they step over the ones that you've placed. There are people that want to extend offers to you of genuine love. Not just romantically, but this could be friends, family. There are people that genuinely have good intentions and want to offer something up to you that is of quality, is something that has been thought through, has meaning, right? Whether, again, it be in the form of their connection, new or old. If it's old people, I feel like people are going to, through your actions and through you enforcing your boundaries, are going to see within themselves where they have overstepped and maybe not noticed before because you are so forgiving. And they will kind of come to and make those remedied actions on their own. If it's new people coming in, I feel like you may be feeling resistant to letting them in because of some past wounds. I feel like part of the things that you're experiencing now with having somebody come in and offer up something so genuine to you is so that way you can heal past those traumas that were left behind by the old thing. Mars goes retrograde on the... I'm so sorry. Mars goes direct on November 14th. And I feel it goes direct in Aries. I feel like when Mars goes direct in Aries, things will become a lot clearer for you, and you will be able to be in a more open space for this person or these people to come in and extend those cups to you that need to be extended. The fact of the matter is, Aquarius, sometimes you guys don't let people on to what it is that you're feeling. And so, therefore, people don't sometimes know when they need to extend those cups to you. And you could argue, that you should be extending cups to the people around you that you care about all the time anyways. But sometimes people get in their own routines and get in their own world. And if you don't let them know clearly exactly what you need in a moment, if you do need something, you can't always be upset when people don't read your mind. So yeah, that was a little side rant. I forgot if there was like a main point I was trying to tie that into. But the key this month is to be open, to allow yourself in a space to admit to yourself and to others when you may be feeling not so good, and when you may need some of that support. I think when you try to deny yourself of something that you need, right? You're dishonoring yourself. And in this regard, when we're talking about needing somebody to be emotionally available, whether to listen or to just simply be there, I think it has to do a lot more with you not wanting to um, relinquish control to that human side of you that does need connection. I feel like you might be a little too proud if you decide to keep yourself kind of perpetuated in this Three of Swords space without allowing the healing energy in, no matter how it comes through, whether it be people, places, things. I know I've been talking more people because I do feel like this is a time when Aquarius does need somebody to connect with, to air out what's been going on up here. After, of course, you weave out the people that want to come at you sideways, right? Outside of those people, the Knight of Cups is in your field, right? Of either you extending that cup or people extending that cup to you. And so just be open. Don't be too wrapped up in your ego or too proud or too prideful to let people in. Because you're not fooling anyone. The Page of Cups, this is what I want to like get at. You're not fooling anyone when you do that. People know that you're going through shit. People can sense that you're feeling some type of way. Especially the people that know you and that are close to you and that are rocking with you, that you know have your best interests in mind. They see you out here trying to convince yourself and everybody else that you don't need anyone and that you're fine and that you're not feeling anything. But you're just making yourself kind of look like a clown. I don't mean to read you that hard, but it is kind of clowning around because you're not being honest with yourself. And I say that out of love. The people around you that love you want you to know this in the most loving way, that it's okay to come out of the emotional woodwork every now and again and let people in. We have the Justice card. There is such a thing as balance when it comes to emotional vulnerability. Just because you open up to people because you're feeling a certain type of way about something or feeling upset or for whatever reason, again, you're human. Life is a roller coaster and we sometimes need to connect with other people to gain perspective on where we truly are and to hear stories of where other people have been and how they've gotten through what they've gotten through and whatever the reason, right? There is a balance between connecting with people and also having your solitude. Just because you call on people around you during times like this does not mean that you're giving up your independent, sometimes reclusive nature at all. At all. There can be a greater balance held with it. And if anything, over the course of this month, as you find yourself being more vulnerable with other people and letting people in, no matter how painful it is, you know, with the Emperor and the Page of Cups in the reverse, I feel like this is something that you may have to coax yourself into doing this month. And it may be very uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie. But with the Justice card, it's growing you and evolving you in this arena, and you're going to be very happily surprised, I think, with the realization that you can dance between both energies. You don't just need to be you don't need to be very extreme, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You don't need to assume one end of the spectrum and then jump all the way to the other and go back and forth. Like, you can live in a happy medium. You are an air sign after all. Air is all around us. I know we talk about this with Gemini a lot, but you are still an air sign. You can't be contained. Or you can, but there's still movement. You're still, people breathe air in and exhale air out. There's a difference between like a submarine cabin that's circulating, a tank of air versus a cup of water that's on a table stationary. Do you see what I'm saying? They're fixed in two different ways. I think you're going to be surprised with yourself. Not like pleasantly reminded, I should say, not like surprised, because I don't think that this is necessarily something new. I think that this is just something that you are rediscovering about yourself in a new way as you're growing and evolving on your journey. Let's shuffle some more cards. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of balance required for you. The High Priestess is your resting spot this month. From that place, you can do all things. You may have to leave that place to go and be vulnerable and be more open and be more communicative when you feel like you need to, right? But for the most part, especially if people are trying to approach you in a aggressive way or box you into a corner to get something out of you, definitely adopt the High Priestess energy in general. The 10 of Wands. The past traumas that are coming up that are uncomfortable for you to deal with, this is a major theme for all signs this month. It's on this greater road of transformation for you. It's not in vain. Through putting some of these things to rest and healing certain mental pathways and forming new habits and new ways of reacting when it comes to certain emotional states within you, those changes are permanent. Those changes and new things that you're implementing are going to become your new baseline in this next chapter of your life. Scorpio season is all about transformation. You have to trust and understand that the person you are exiting Scorpio season isn't the same person that entered Scorpio season. And there's a permanence to that. Like, there are things that are going to be laid to rest, which in turn lightens up your load for the future. And that's a really beautiful thing. Bottom of the deck right now is the 8 of Cups. Even more confirmation to what I just said. You are stepping out of your comfort zone when it comes to receiving and giving love. You're finding a balance within yourself where you can exist in all the different areas that you love, no matter how present or removed, and not have the difference between those two extremes be an actual pendulum swing in your life. They could just be two very valid and operable states of being for you that don't require the relinquishing of one or the other to dance between them both. It's a really awesome thing because you're learning and discovering that you don't need to give up your nature in order to be authentic to you. You don't need to change who you are just to be in a partnership, friendship, relationship with anybody else. You can be as Aquarian as you want to be while still providing for yourself all the experiences that you want. And Scorpio season is making you aware of this. Scorpio season is helping you to cut through the areas of your life that have been really stagnant for a while. I view it as kind of like it's just been lingering. Like these are certain things that haven't necessarily been serving you, but you haven't done the work to clear them out. They're just kind of in this stagnant space. Not anymore. Not anymore, of course. It's done. Alright, Aquarius. I love you so much. Have a really beautiful Scorpio season. Enjoy the fixed energy to explore all these different areas of yourself while also being tethered to some stability. Okay, see you in December. Bye.